Hello everyone, welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video. My name is Colleen, and this is episode 11 of the Animal Crossing Chef Challenge that I'm currently doing. As you can see, I had to switch up my title screen because Isabel's dialogue is a little bit in the way now, but very happy to have her. So as you can see, she's just telling us that we've got our campsite, which on the very first day of having it, we're not going to have our visitor. But in this episode, since it is a bit longer, I ended up traveling 3 full days. So that's what you're going to get this episode, is 3 full days of play. And we'll meet our campsite villager, we will move them in, we'll get some turnips eventually. It's a very productive episode. Now, after I started watching Katie's series, I decided fairly quickly that I am going to be selling my weeds. Initially, in my rules, I wasn't going to, but I've decided that it's less about the struggle, more about the cooking, and at the very least, I'll be waiting to see Leaf so that I can sell them. So there's a little element of difficulty to it. And we're also getting sugarcane today, which is incredibly exciting. So we've got another crop going, well, eventually, anyways. And before I forget, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're new here, if you wanted to subscribe, if you end up enjoying the video, I would really appreciate that. Getting really close to the 500 sub goal, which is super exciting because that means that all of you guys get to choose what my next funky hair colors will be. So we're getting very close, friends. And we are also getting a DIY from Samson just before we go sell some things. So we're going to learn how to make a stacked wood wall, which very exciting. I think that could actually work with some sort of cooking room of some sort. So far, all I've got to sell are the 20 tomatoes and 18 non-native fruits. Which I don't know if the coconuts even count, but I'm going to count them just for this particular challenge. Just since I had to find them on a different island. And how perfect is this item being here today? Just amazing. And you have to know, I am scooping up that gnome immediately. Maybe I'll try to do that too. I'll try to collect all of the different gnomes without actually customizing them. That would be quite the goal. Or, you know, I don't even know if all of the different ones show up in my shop. So that might be a little bit more difficult than I'm anticipating. So just off to do some dailies. Now for the rest of the video, I don't really show myself watering like anything because it seems pretty obvious at this point, and I had a lot to jam into this video, so we'll just get a little taste of it. Another note I will make about the hybrid flowers for this video is that it was not the most successful video. I think I ended up getting 2. Which isn't the worst. As you can see, I got the one red windflower right there. And eventually there will be another one, which I will point out, obviously. But there wasn't a lot of growth. We did learn how to make a shell table though, so that's exciting. Very weird coincidence as well, because I think in Katie's last video, she also learned that DIY. It's too funny. I got so lucky with talking to Celia here because it actually ends up being hers. Not often it works first try. I should have known that it was Celia's though, because who else is going to get up onto that back cliff without a bridge or a ladder? Has to be a bird, right? So just planting my sugarcane in a very not ideal situation. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to end up having to move some of the plots. I think I'm already thinking I want to move some of the houses and kind of the layout. So it doesn't super matter right now. I just want them growing. And eventually when I make this fence, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a very cute farm plot is what I will say. Is it symmetrical? No. No, not even a little bit. But just grabbing some DIYs, as you can see, I had raked in quite a few Nook miles somehow. So I decided to get some DIY so I can build some stuff and start really decorating the island because I need to get to 3 stars. I want to be able to make all of these dishes and gift some of them to the villagers. So we are just trying to move forward a little bit quickly now. I don't think I even make any of the brick wells, but I'm going to because that is such a cute item, and especially for a farm core item, or island. Speaking is tough sometimes. So, gathering the wood, this is the beginning of it all. I needed quite a bit of it, especially for the stalls, and I will end up customizing some of the things that I made too, but again, I'm not including all of it in the footage for you because it would just be so long. Wow, I'll be honest, when I was playing, because it's on my TV when I'm recording, I couldn't hear the cricket, and that is so loud. And I did have the volume on, but oh my gosh, how did I not notice? I'll have to go looking for one. But look at what Chapwood gifted me! I do kind of wish that they would also give you the DIY, because that is such a cute item, but I will take it. So as I mentioned, crafting a few things. It is kind of unfortunate because, so I got the white garden bench, and then in the Nook shop there was the white garden lanterns, but then in the Nook stop there was the bronze street lamps. So we've got some clashing that's going to be going on for a bit, but I think I'll get closer to the like bronze feeling of everything once I can actually customize all of those items. Or I think I can already customize the garden bench because it's a crafted item. Possibly. Realizing things in real time here. I'm gonna have to check that out the next time that I play. Now these stalls are not going to stay like this. They look not great. Very much not symmetrical, not set up like a proper little farm stand should be, but I'm going to make it work eventually. Just need a few more things, and I think I need to move my house first. And honestly, I should probably customize them again, because why did I make them white when I planned to make everything else bronze? Realistically, I should have done them the dark wood color, and I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe I was trying to lean towards just the white things because I didn't think I could customize the guard bench. I'm trying to pretend that there was some logic to my decisions, but I don't think that there were. Or that there was. Nice. Also very lucky that I realized where it was floating, because if I had hit that balloon just a little bit sooner, I wouldn't have ended up getting anything. It would have just fallen into the middle of the tomatoes. I wish when stuff like that happened, it sent whatever item or bells it was to the recycle box. That would be so nice. Now he said that there's a cloud that oh yeah, kind of looks like a sideways sandwich, kind of. If it was just a real flat one. So selling more of our weeds because we can. now that I changed the rules. And just selling, I believe, 2 coconuts to round out our non-native fruit for the day. Yeah, just, well, selling for 700, so I feel like it sells for more than regular fruit, which I could easily test that out, but I just haven't yet. So on to the next day, as Isabel is telling us, and we've got a campsite villager, we've got some street lamps, a few other things, but I think the entrance is looking pretty cute now, considering that there's really nothing else. Really had to show that street lamp its lesson. For I don't know why. I don't know what it said to me. And another bonus for the day, we get to place the Able sisters. But first, because I know that you're all probably very curious who it is, who have you guessed? It's supposed to be a smug, I believe, for the first one. I don't even know if there's any food-related ones, but I know that he sure as heck is not a foodie. I mean, you know what? He probably is a foodie, but just his name isn't. Buongiorno, indeed, my friend. I would love for you to move to Croquette so much. The bocce scene. Hey, at least I have some ideas for his front lawn, I guess. I could make a little bocce ball setup. So anyways, we found Hippo. And that's that. He's coming to live here. Perfect. So just, again, going through all of the dailies after this, trying to wrap my head around it, honestly. And then talking to Tom so we can get the plot. And I also decided I wanted to set up a little bridge plot, because why not? It'll take a while for me to get bells, and I might as well have it set up so that some of the villagers can donate 2 or 3 bells a day. It'll be very helpful. Initially I was thinking a bunch of wooden bridges, but then I decided that having maybe some older, well, I wish that I could make them look old, but I'm going to pretend that they're older looking stone bridges would also make sense. So this is pretty much the perfect spot to bring us from right beside the plaza over to Nook's Cranny, which that was definitely my first priority when I was setting up the bridges. Well, I mean, I only set up one, but this was the first one I wanted to set up. And then I can put the pipe somewhere else. Now I know you might be questioning this tailor shop positioning, but hear me out. I didn't know where else to put it. And I don't know, maybe having it close to the plaza like this will look nice. If I just have it kind of blocked off with some fencing, there's a good little path going to the bridge that's behind it. I think it could be cute. That's what I keep telling myself. There were lots of presents on this day. It was very exciting. And another sort of like food-related item. I love it. So now we will go set up Hippo's plot because we care very deeply about his situation on Croquette. And I am mainly joking. I do end up usually liking all of the villagers that I have on my island. It's always just the first glance and the first time of having said villager is always very interesting. But I do always like the dialogue that the smug villagers have, so it'll probably be a fun time. So we've got 20 produce going out, just three non-native fruits, but there weren't any other ones that were fully grown. So I believe that should be maybe tomorrow or the next day. We'll have to find out because I truthfully do not remember. So on to the third day. As you can see, Isabella's telling us that Hippo has moved in. Such an exciting time. Though I will say, I do really like the exterior of the home. And the interior, from what I have seen so far, definitely has some potential. And another lost item. I think this is like the third day in a row that this has happened. Now, I really tried to power through this day because at this point I've been playing for a while, but still getting all of the dailies done, watering everything, grabbing the DIY at some point, learning how to look pleased. Again, Celia? Really? Very quickly, I must show you all this really cool thing I noticed. So the bubble blower, you could actually see the bubble, like the iridescence of the soap, I guess. I don't know how to describe that, apparently, but it looks cool, and I just wanted to show everybody. So we're off to sell some tomatoes today. That's all I've got right now, so just 20 produce for right now. And we are absolutely going to have to get that hose reel. Just wonderful. So let's go check out our hybrid garden really quick. And would you look at that, we have an orange hyacinth. Just fairly easy to tell at this point because I have so many of them. And by so many I mean, I guess 4 of them now. So I ran around my island for 3 full minutes trying to find Daisy May. And then when I found her, that sneeze, when I found her I realized I didn't have enough room in my pockets for turnips. So it became a whole other mission at this point just to empty them. But first I had to say hello to Hippo, of course. But like I said, I like that exterior so much. It's so nice. And if he ever moves away, I really hope he gives me that flooring. That is my favorite flooring. If I've said another flooring is my favorite, it's not true. This one is my favorite. And then since we were just next door, I had to stop by Chabwick's and he was crafting, which he seems to be the morning crafter, so that's good to know. But maybe I should be signing in a little bit later in the day to see who else is crafting and maybe get some different types of items. Thanks, buddy. He really is a cutie, I must admit. Except for the blarg. Why? Perfect. Again, could be really good for like beside Nook's Cranny, just for produce and ingredients. Now earlier I had talked to Phoebe very quickly as well, and she told me that Cookie was sick, so I had to pick up some medicine because apparently I do not have the DIY for it yet. So maybe I've just caught all of the wasps so far. Not trying to flex or anything, but Bubblegum KK is just sped up is so funny. Oh my gosh. But anyways, over to Nook's Cranny. As you can see, Cookie gave me a little present for helping her out, so I have a new hat now. And I figured since my pullover jacket has so many different colors, why not have a different color for my hat too? And then 10 coconuts. That's all. But somehow, in these 11 episodes, I have sold 507 fruits, which is a lot, actually. That's crazy. Of course, we get to meet Daisy May. I love her intro dialogue so much. It's so cute. Like getting relieved when I don't want to hear about it. Oh, I love it. And I think if you say yes, she takes a second to like psych herself up to like saying that she's practiced it for so long or something. It's so, so cute. But you can see here I'm just using all of my life savings for turnips. Hopefully it will literally pay off. I'm not going to try to buy any more, truthfully, because I'm going to need the bells for a lot more things. Namely that bridge. But hopefully the turnips will help out with that. And like I said, lots of balloons today. I accidentally shook the tree first, but luckily it wasn't a wasp, so we were good. And the first kind of, really troll gift that I've gotten. So why not, Pretty cute, honestly. And the yellow matches my jacket. It's perfect. But really, the reason that I had been running around was because I just wanted to sell some peaches and find the rest of the fossils that I had been neglecting. I obviously didn't find all of those fossils today. I think 3 or 4 of them were from yesterday. Not too bad. So we will just have these assessed super, super quickly. Have Blathers take what he can. I think I ended up having 2 left over, so a couple gifts for the villagers. It's so weird though, because I feel like I've had so many fossils assessed, and I think on this day I got the Nook Miles redemption thing for 30 fossils being assessed. And it just feels like so many more than that. And I just wanted to make sure that I also talked to Tom Nook on this day, because I'm going to have to start placing plots, which means a villager hunt, perhaps for the next episode. If I can get enough Nook Miles tickets, I guess, to make it happen. But I know for at least one of the villagers that I move in, I want it to be Chai. So I'm going to have to get her to come to the campsite, I believe, because I do have her amiibo. So I will do that. A little bit of a villager hunt the next time, and just getting a little gift from Chadwick to finish up the day. But we are getting close to the end of the video here, so thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all for being here, and as always, I hope that everyone has a wonderful day.